Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Monday, February 10th, 2025, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $, ORIONNWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got some NBA action and WWE Monday Night Raw. Luka's debut against the Jazz in about an hour and a half once we get to halftime here of the Portland Trailblazers versus the Denver Nuggets. Definitely an exciting time. We got Lyra Valkyria and Bailey on Monday Night Raw. We got Blazers and Nuggets about to tip off. And then about in an hour and a half, we're going to get Luka's debut on the Lakers, and I'll be able to go over a little bit of that once the time is right. Let's cue up the music, take a look at the thumb, and let's get settled in for a little bit of WWE Monday Night Raw and some NBA action with the Blazers and Nuggets, as well as the Lakers and Jazz in about an hour and a half. Let's get it. And on the thumb, I had to hit you with Scoot Henderson. Jeremy Grant, obviously not playing tonight, so Scoot gets the nod. And Nikola Jokic, one of the best players in the NBA. So hopefully we're going to get a little bit more Scoot, a little bit more Anthony, Denny, Shaden Sharp, as well as DA. And you already know the best defensive player, Toumani Camara. Let's go, baby. I am ready. Daniel in the building, what's good? Sarah in the building, what's good? Just watching Monday Night Raw as we get settled in right now for this NBA matchup with the Blazers and Nuggets. They're trying to go 7 in a row. And again, we didn't really play that good that last game, but in the last 10 prior to that, winning 9 out of the last 10 before dropping a game. We have obviously the Nuggets here tonight, the day off tomorrow, and then we play in Denver again on Wednesday. I don't know who came up with that schedule, but it's definitely going to be very, very tough. But we'll be shooting for 20 likes within the first hour, 30 to 50 overall, and obviously 100 in the donos on every single stream. And once the Super Bowl ends, football season is over, and that means that we're one step closer for NASCAR to get into full swing, but also MLB baseball right around the corner. So again, it may have not worked out unless you're a Buckeye fan for college football or a Philadelphia Eagle fan. A lot of us are going to be looking forward to the draft as well as other things that can preoccupy us until we get to MLB season in April, even though there will be some, grapefruit, Cactus League games in February and March. And then we have March Madness as well. So, again, there'll be a few other things, but I'm really excited for the Daytona 500 this weekend, and I will be live streaming that. Let's freaking go. I'm ready. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Rip City. I'm ready. But what a disappointing Super Bowl. Regardless if the Chiefs won or the Eagles won, I was just really hoping it was going to be a close game. Whoever won by 3, or maybe at the very most 7-10. And again, the game, again, second half, the Chiefs went on a little bit of a rally when you had some of the backups and, when the game was essentially over, but pretty disappointing, way to kind of end the year. But again, a lot of times the Natty and the Super Bowl end up kind of not living up to the expectations compared to maybe the game before that, in the college football playoffs or in the AFC NFC championship game, which traditionally is a little bit better. So, yeah, it broke records, the most people that watched, but let's be real, it wasn't entertaining. It was just like Oregon losing to Ohio State 28-0 in the first quarter. You knew that no matter what Oregon did or what the Chiefs did last night, they weren't coming back. And I don't know. I was a little disappointed, but again, I guess it was better than maybe the Patriots-Rams Super Bowl where it was very low scoring when you get something like a 13-9, 13-10 score. But, it is what it is, and we can move forward to Daytona 500. We can move forward with WWE. We can move forward with March Madness, and obviously we'll be getting into some MLB action shortly as well. But it definitely didn't live up to the expectations. There might have been a lot of people that watched it, but, And again, I feel like the injury report and a lot of the reports that were going around were false. because again, if the Eagles' offensive line was as injured as they said they were, then they wouldn't have been able to do what they did. And obviously that illness that broke out wasn't as severe as they made it, because that was really, I think, a lot of the reasons why, people were going Chiefs, in the Super Bowl because of the injuries on the offensive line, which they over-exaggerated, as well as the health of Jalen Carter and the defense. They made it sound like that was going to be a very serious concern, on the defensive roster as well as the offensive line. But when we watched that Super Bowl, you couldn't even tell that anyone was sick. You couldn't tell that anyone was injured up front on the line. So, you got to be very careful when you end up reading, with all of this information that they put out. Sometimes it's true and sometimes it's not. Big facts. Let's go, baby. I mean, not as good as Tampa's defense. We were able not to, hold them to score a touchdown pass with Mahomes, but it was very, very dominant, and it was probably the closest thing to the Tampa game that we've seen in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. And, they've been 5 times, right? Mahomes has won 3. He's lost 2. And again, you either win by a little bit or you get blown out, and that's just kind of the history of the Chiefs, at least at this point. All right, baby, let's go Blazers, Rip City. No Jeremy Grant tonight, but it gives an opportunity to scoot to start. Shaden Sharp will be the 6th man coming off the bench. But again, Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, it doesn't get any harder than that. And again, Aaron Gordon is always a sleeper, so I don't really know how we're going to match up. But one thing is no Jeremy Grant, no Michael Porter Jr. Usually those guys would be guarding each other. Both are scratches in today's game. So we're not going to have to rely on Jeremy or Michael if you're a Denver fan to get you some extra buckets, but there will be some others that will step up. And I'm just hoping that we can keep this game semi-close, and hopefully we can end up winning. 5 Dalahala. He said, Dog, I want to appreciate you, man, keeping it real for everyone. Keep on the grind and hopefully have a good season with NASCAR. Absolutely, and I appreciate you very, very much. You've been stepping up with the support and the donos and coming through, even with your busy schedule at Amazon, and I appreciate you very, very much. Every dollar counts. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little Cactus Jack, bang, bang. And sometimes, when you end up getting donos before the stream starts or at the very beginning, it sets the tone instead of just sitting there for an hour or two waiting for that first one to drop. I appreciate that. Hopefully we'll be able to get a few more here tonight. Anything that you want to see photo-wise, NASCAR-wise, if that's the reason you want to be able to go down that path. But I'm going to be watching, all of the practices. I'm going to be watching trucks. I'm going to be watching Xfinity, and we will be doing the live stream, obviously, for the NASCAR Cup Series on the weekend. Very, very excited. And again, I don't know if people really realize, like, sometimes in my life, like, NASCAR and wrestling are even above football. And that's kind of crazy to say, because I love college football. I love the Ducks. I love the Buccaneers. I love the NFL in general. I love college football in general and the whole landscape of it, especially with the college football playoff. Yeah, it didn't really work out for my teams this year, but I love the NFL and I love college football. But I love wrestling and NASCAR and MLB just as much. Those are at the very, very top, and I'm very excited to see what Napa know-how Chase Elliott can keep that obviously win streak going, even though he didn't get any points because of the Bowman Gray was kind of an exhibition. But if he can get a win at Daytona, that would be big. He's never won the Daytona 500, so I would love to see if Chase could go 2 for 2, especially after what happened 2 years ago, being injured last year. Having a full season without any injuries, had a lot of top 5, a lot of top 10 finishes, but just not enough wins in the winner's circle. And to get off with a dub in the very first race, you couldn't ask for a better start for Napa know-how and Chase Elliott and myself. Let's go. Josh in the building. What's good? Appreciate that. And I got Monday Night Raw on Netflix on. I got this Blazers-Nuggets game on. And then in about an hour and 23 minutes, I also will turn on the Lakers and Jazz for Luka's debut. And then we'll be able to go over some of that action as well. Man, I'm feeling good here today. And I know this is going to be tough. Again, we could possibly get blown out in this game. We have no Blazer game tomorrow. And obviously we play the Nuggets again on Wednesday. Obviously here before we get into the All-Star break. The schedule writers did us dirty. How the hell are we going to play the Nuggets on Monday? No game on Tuesday. And then we play in Denver again? Like, how is that fair? And I don't expect us to play one game in Denver, one game in Portland, but why are we playing the Nuggets 2 times out of 3 days, both on the road? Doesn't really sound too fair to me, but hopefully we can find a way to dig deep and, get a dub at least in one of the 2 games if we can't win, both of them, which would be a very hard task. TJ in the building, what's good? I don't know if Jokic is going to have a bad game. I mean, if you got a parlay or if you got something going down, Blazers defense has been very good as of late. But when we're on the road, just like any team that is on the road, whether it be NBA, MLB, NHL, or NFL, it's a little bit harder. Fans are booing you. Obviously, this is one of the best teams in the NBA. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up getting the Nuggets and the OKC Thunder in the Western Conference Finals. Again, OKC is a lock, but who's going to be that second team? It could be Denver. They're 34-19, so we're 23-30. We started off very, very slow, very, very poor. But again, we started to get hot within the last 2.5 weeks, and hopefully we can keep that up. So, yeah, anything big on the WWE side, I do. I mean, all you have to do, Josh, is look at my library. I mean, I've been streaming for, on YouTube for 9 years. I've been streaming all together for about 13. I got 2,000 plus live streams and videos just since 2017. So, I mean, I'm streaming pretty much every day. So, I mean, if it's a big event, I'm going to do it. So, like I said, if it's WWE and it's a pay-per-view PLE, I'm going to do it. If the Mariners are on, I'm going to do it. If the Blazers are on, I'm going to do it. If the Ducks and Bucks are on, I'm going to do it. And if it's just a high-profile game, I'm going to do it. And if the NASCAR race is on, I'm going to do it. So, again, I'm going to try to do as many high-profile events every single day. And, again, we'll have to wait and see how that all plays out. But, again, I try to do every single PLE for WWE, and the only reason that I wouldn't is if the PLE or pay-per-view is overseas and we have kind of a weird start time. And if we have like a weird start time at 7 in the morning here, I may not do a stream, but I'll watch it. But other than that, I'm going to try to do almost every single one to my ability. Facts. AJ Styles here on Monday Night Raw. All right, baby. Blazers, Nuggets, like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. We want to shoot for 20 in the first hour, 30 to 50 overall, 100 in the donos. We got WWE Monday Night Raw here in the studio. We got Blazers and Nuggets in the studio. And guess what? We're going to have Lakers and Jazz with Luka's debut here in the studio as well. So if you're wanting to see what Luka's a do, I imagine Luka will put up 30 to 50 tonight. Again, they're going to give him a lot of looks, and don't be surprised if he throws up a 30 burger, a 40 burger, or even a 50 burger. Big facts. No Jeremy Grant, no Michael Porter Jr. So you get Anthony Simon, Scoot Henderson, D.A., Tumani Kamara, and Denny Advia with Shaden Sharp coming off the bench. And again, no Michael Porter Jr. for Denver either. Him and Jeremy Grant would have lined up against each other. So we'll see what we get here tonight. No worries. Give me a sec to kind of try to load up a couple of these here. Bro, you're really going throwback. Steve Park? Dude, I guarantee there's a lot of people that don't even know who the hell that is. Great choice. All right, Scoot Henderson here at the top of the key. Give me just a little bit of time to load these up here, and I got you, my guy. Corner 3, no good. Tumani Kamara with the offensive board. Advia, front rim, no good. Follow your shot. Denny with the offensive rebound. I like the aggressiveness so far here for Portland. Alley-oop to DA is good. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. We need that. We need that. Ooh, baby. Steve Park, the number 1. Pennzoil. Oh, my goodness. AC Delco. Are you kidding me? Good choice, my guy. David in the building. Congratulations. Fly, Eagles, fly. And again, it wasn't a close game whatsoever. Definitely gave me vibes. Aaron Gordon with the flush. But it definitely gave me vibes of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Super Bowl against the Chiefs, where we blew them out. You guys gave up a couple touchdowns. We did not. But at the end of the day, you blew them out just like we did. And Jalen Hurts' legacy is cemented forever. And great job. It shows you if you have the best offseason in NFL history, you can make and you already have an elite team. That's the type of shit that happens. Kellen Moore, Vic Fangio, Saquon Barkley, Cooper DeJean, Zach Bond, all these guys that you ended up bringing in. And again, everyone hit. I don't think I've ever seen an offseason where they literally hit on every coach, every free agent, and every draft pick to be able to add to an elite team. And that's how you beat their ass. Crazy. Denny Advia. Sliding by, turned over, got to be better. Aaron Gordon with the steal. Jokic. Damn it. Almost an and one right there. And we got AJ Styles on Monday Night Raw, Rey Mysterio, and Carlito. 6'5" at Nuggets. Happy birthday. Free throw is good by Jokic. Oh, yeah. How he, as far as like executives and whatnot making decisions, you could definitely argue, since he's been able to, run this team his particular way with all the other executives in that boardroom. There's not very many teams that are going to be on that elite level. And again, you've had some ups and you've had some downs, but a lot more ups as of late. Scoot getting fouled. Anthony Simons here in the corner. Jamal Murray in his face. Dominic Mysterio walking into the ring to confront AJ Styles. Anthony Simons, corner three, bang, is good. Let's go. Here we go, baby. Come on, Anthony. We got no Jeremy Grant tonight, so we're going to need extra. Jokic bringing the ball up the floor. He can play 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5, as anybody knows. Murray, back down to Jokic. DA is on him. Backdoor cut. Up and under. Nice ball movement there. Jokic at the top of the key. Long three is good. My God. He's so good. The Joker is so good. Ridiculous. Please, someone give me a reminder at 7:30 in about an hour and 15 minutes so I can throw the Laker game on also here in the studio for Luka's debut. Dumani Kamara, pick and roll with DA. Stolen from behind from Aaron Gordon. Get back. And then we got a foul on Scoot Henderson. See if I can get another Steve Park in here for STL. He did the AOL car back in the day, too. Free throw is good. Oh, my God, bro. Bringing me back. America Online, that doesn't even exist anymore. Well, actually, I think it does. But I'm not sure if anybody uses it. There might be someone on planet Earth using American Online somewhere out there on some dial-up. Free throw is good. Let's go, baby. 13-5 Nuggets. Scoot Henderson, we need you. Let's go. Scoot at the top of the key. Hands off to Denny Advia. Denny tried to do a pick and roll with DA, but the Joker says, hey, you got to be able to push me around. Backdoor by DA. They don't see it. Anthony Simons at the top of the key. A little switch. Aaron Gordon on him now. Jab step. Fade away. In and out. No good. Get that board, Denny. Fuck. Fast break by the Nuggets. Off the glass and good. Unbelievable. We need a timeout. 13-5 Nuggets. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that to me back in the day that you used to do that. I remember all those free sample CDs I used to get in the mail and whatnot. Let's go, baby. 13-5 Nuggets. Definitely excited to see Luka. They're giving away Laker Luka t-shirts at the game. Obviously, that'll be a hot commodity for everyone there and Laker Nation. And we got Dom, Carlito, and AJ Styles yapping it up in the ring. Monday Night Raw has been pretty good. They've had some pretty good matches. It was great to see Dakota Kai and Io Sky with Damage Control. Dakota Kai has been having so many injuries in the last couple years, so it was great to see that. But Liv got all bloody with Raquel Rodriguez late, but I definitely enjoyed that. Then you ended up having the Bayley match a little bit after that as well. But again, so far, Monday Night Raw, and normally I will do Monday Night Raw, or, if the Blazers are on, it's kind of one or the other. And, I feel like the Monday Night Raw streams are kind of hit or miss, just like Saturday night main event or SmackDown. Sometimes we'll get a crowd, sometimes it'll be a little light. So I figured, we'll do Blazers for now, and then maybe we'll try Raw another time down the road. But, I had to do it for a few weeks just to kind of see what, kind of turnout we would get. And, I was hoping we would get more, but again, we still got a little ways to go to kind of grow our wrestling fandom here on the channel. AJ Styles showing Dom who's boss. Yeah, not good for Maverick fans. Obviously, with Anthony Davis ended up having that amazing game for 3 quarters, 26 points and, 10, 12, 13, 14 rebounds and a few assists. But then now he's injured, and it sounds like he's going to be injured now for a few weeks. So they got to experience Anthony Davis, being elite for 3 quarters for one game, but now you don't even get to use him. And that was kind of the issue I think a lot of Maverick fans had. They know that Anthony Davis is a good player, still is elite, as Gunther is in the ring, now trying to assert his authority. Boom! Big power bomb. But, it is what it is. Anthony Davis has always been kind of injury prone, and hopefully Luka will stay healthy and he'll be able to go off for 30, 40, or 50 tonight. So. All right, where are we at right now? We're at 7. If you're in the room and haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. 3 more to get to 10. We're at 9 now. 11 more to get to 20, and we can hit the algorithm. Let's go, baby. All right, Scoot at the top of the key. Hands off to Denny Advia. We need to attack the rim. There's Denny off the dribble. Layup is good. There we go. We need a lot more Denny. Denny has been a little quiet in the last few games. We need him to be able to step up. Jey Uso and Gunther, WrestleMania World Heavyweight Championship. Can't wait for that. Megan in the building. How are you? And a big flush by the Joker, Nikola Jokic, with the flush. 19-7 Nuggets. Come on, Blazers. We're at 5. 95 to go. Denny, pick and roll with DA. Backdoor cut. Anthony Simons is there. Fade away. Going for the layup, my guy. You're open. Let's go. We're playing the Nuggets. We're not playing the goddamn Orlando Magic. Let's go. We have to be able to give our 100% effort all 4 quarters if we want to have any chance to compete with this team that might end up going to the NBA Finals or even the West Finals against OKC Thunder. Joker off the glass is good. No one has an answer for him. Golly, he's good. Denny, backing down. Passes it out to Tumani Kamara. Tumani, up and under. No foul call. What's new? Aaron Gordon with the rebound. Seth fucking Rollins. Layup is good. Oh, my. Come on, Blazers. Denny Advia, pick and roll with DA. Give it back to DA. Pump fake. Attack the hole. Attack the paint. There you go. In and out, no good. Offensive rebound, no good. Tumani Kamara tipped away. Are they going to say that's Nugget ball? God, the Blazers don't get any calls. When we go in for like a dunk or a layup and they hit us with the body, we fall to the ground. The refs just look at us, like what? And then, when you have loose balls and you can definitely tell the other team touched it, they just give it to them. It's like, can we get some calls? I get it. We're a young team, but let's just call this game fair. It just seems like we don't get the respect from the referees at all. And I'm hoping one day that'll change. Joker. Nice backdoor pass. Stolen by Scoot Henderson. Go, Scoot. 3-on-3. Denny Advia attacking the paint. There we go. Sharp with the layup. There we go. Shaden Sharp. Let's go, baby. The guy that should be in our starting lineup sooner than later with Scoot Henderson. And no Jeremy Grant today. Layup on Shaden Sharp is good. 23-12 Nuggets. DA to Scoot. Pick and roll. Scoot. DA. Alley-oop and a dunk. Let's go. That's what I like to see, baby. Scoot Henderson to DeAndre Ayton with the alley-oop dunk. We're getting our ass kicked early. 23-12. 23 now 13. But I still feel confident we can come back. Let's go. Jumper. Murray is good. Jamal Murray doing Jamal Murray things. Denny Advia attack the paint, reach in foul, and thank God they called it. I was about to say, how many times are we going to get fouled before they call something? Tumani Kamara always bringing the D, but we need Denny to bring that offensive awareness and to be aggressive to attack the paint. Let's go. Well, really, the main reason the Eagles won is the O-line, the D-line, the defense, the coaching, and the play calling, right? And all of those rumors of the injuries with the knee in the back, with Dickerson and Juergens and, and all the other individuals on the team were kind of bullshit, as well as the Jalen Carter illness that supposedly spread to the locker room. I didn't see any signs of any COVID or pneumonia, cold or flu, or any injuries that were so big that the offensive line was going to be damaged and vulnerable. You couldn't tell that there was anything wrong with them, and they definitely were the better team. They deserved it. 23-13 Nuggets. Tell him, Seth. Because that's the only reason where a lot of people, were picking KC to win the Super Bowl. Because, again, we knew that the Eagles were better in almost every single position group, right? But, again, the media or whoever put out that story, obviously, either it was true and they healed up or the sickness wasn't as bad. But, definitely can't believe everything that you hear, from the media and from the team and from any individual that's putting out news. Because if the injuries were as serious as they made it seem, that game would have been a hell of a lot closer. Not saying that KC would have won, but it wouldn't have been a blowout like that if the injuries on the Eagle offensive line were as serious as they made it seem, as well as the sickness in the locker room with Jalen Carter and the rest. I couldn't see any signs of illness or injury. And again, it was just pure dominance. And, let's be real. It might have been the most highest rated Super Bowl, but it was kind of boring. It really wasn't that exciting. I mean, obviously the first half, you got the explosion by the Eagles, but, by the time that after the Kendrick Lamar halftime show, it was just kind of, going through the motions at that point. But again, Super Bowls and Natties usually don't live up to the billing. A lot of times the AFC, NFC championship game or the college football playoff game before that, typically is better. But, again, congratulations to the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Philadelphia Eagles. You guys got it done in 2024-2025 season. 28-13 Nuggets. Jokic, fadeaway three. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The Joker was falling out of bounds in the corner and just throws up a prayer, and he swishes it. This guy is unreal. DA, as we see Rey Mysterio here on the screen for Monday Night Raw. DA with the floater, one-hand hook, no good. Get back on defense, Blazers. Murray weaving through the defense. DA goes for the block, can't get it. Off the glass and good. And we need another timeout. Jesus Christ, we're getting killed. 28-13 Nuggets. Well, again, yeah. Well, if you're an Eagle fan, it wasn't boring, but for everyone else, it was. No one else was really enjoying it. I mean, again, we want close games, And again, people said the same thing about, my Super Bowl with Tampa, when we blew out the Chiefs. And again, Mahomes didn't even have a touchdown pass. They said the same thing. So, I mean, if you're the winning team, you love it, But as far as everyone else watching, I put that like kind of compared to the, a couple other blowouts that we had, Tampa against KC, very similar, right? Seattle against Denver, that blowout status, or, even something that was really slow paced like the Patriots Rams Super Bowl where it was just all defense and just low scoring. But at the end of the day, a championship is a championship. So Nicholas in the building, what's good? How's the weather out there in Bend? You still getting a lot of snow? Getting our ass kicked here so far. I got Monday Night Raw on as well. And then we got Luca's debut in an hour, and I'll be calling a little bit of that also. I got multiple screens up, so I'm going to try to do as many as I can. Snowing again. Gosh, you guys are getting it. How much snow has fallen in the last week or two? You guys are getting a lot out there. Again, we've only had snow fall one day here where I live on the other side of the mountains. And again, because, Nicholas is about 3.5 hours away from me. And where we are, we had it snow one day last week, but it didn't stick. We got it, in the morning, and me and Paisley went on a walk, and then a little bit in the evening, but nothing stuck. And then it pretty much just evaporated and disappeared. And next day, you couldn't even tell that we had any trace of snow or rain and snow or sleet. So 15 degrees getting down to 7. Damn, bundle up, man. That's crazy. Still haven't really decided what we're going to end up doing tomorrow. Not a lot of games to choose from. Grizzlies, Suns, Pistons, Bulls, Knicks, Pacers, Raptors, Sixers. And then on the NHL side, there's no game. On Wednesday, they have the Four Nations face-off with Canada, Sweden. Thursday will be USA, Finland, and I'll probably do that one. And then, again, we'll figure out what we are going to do on Friday. But not a whole lot to choose from. Might take the day off tomorrow. I don't really want to, but I was like, what? Maybe I need to look at college hoops for men's. Maybe there's something decent tomorrow. Maybe Duke plays tomorrow or something. We got Auburn on tomorrow, Florida and Mississippi State, Tennessee and Kentucky, Arizona and Kansas State, Alabama, Texas. So no Duke, but I guess I could do a college hoops game tomorrow. Maybe that's what I'll do because March Madness is right around the corner, and I want to get familiar. Alley-oop to DA off the glass is good. Here we go, 28-17 Nuggets. So I'm thinking that's what I'll probably do. I'll probably end up choosing a college basketball matchup tomorrow just to grind it out, and then again, then we'll do the same game, Blazers-Nuggets in Denver again on Wednesday. Four Nations, obviously tournament on Thursday, and then I don't know yet on Friday. And then obviously as we get to the weekend, fouled on the Joker as he makes a three. Are you fucking kidding me? Unbelievable shooter he is. And then obviously we got the Daytona 500, on the weekend, and I'll definitely be doing that. Yeah, clash races. That's like on Thursday, like 60 laps and whatnot. So what's on Friday? Is it the trucks that are on Friday? The trucks Friday, Xfinity Saturday, and then NASCAR Cup Series Sunday. Joker hands it off back to Jamal Murray, pick and roll. Murray with a switch. DA is on him now. Crossover on DeAndre Ayton off the glass. That should be a shot clock violation, and it is. Yeah, maybe I'll do the trucks on Friday or something. And maybe I'll do, I don't know. We'll see. Kind of have to look at the schedule to see what we got going on. And obviously we have the All-Star game, that is going to be going on for the NBA. And I usually do coverage on that as well. Steal, fast break, 2-on-1. Front rim, no good. Push, baby. Simons with the board. Simons off the dribble. There we go. And I like the aggressiveness. We have to attack the paint if we have any chance. If we're going to get into a shooting contest with Denver, we're going to lose by 30. Get back on D. God, Jokic is just incredible. He looks like a guy like Gunther as a wrestler where, you respect him and he's really good. But again, like when you see the Joker play basketball, he's a lot faster than he looks. He's a lot better of a shooter than he looks. Like everything that he does is like 1,000 times better than what his physical appearance is. He just looks just like a regular dude out there, but his shooting range is unreal and his basketball IQ off the charts. Three in the corner, in and out, no good. Shaden Sharp with the rebound. 30-17 Nuggets. Come on, Blazers. Let's go, baby. Good pass there, Sharp. Tumani Kamara. Picks it out. Trying to give it to DA. Don't step out of bounds. And DA's feet are too fucking big. Doesn't even know where he's at. And he steps out of bounds. Come on, DA. Yeah. And again, once, obviously college football and the NFL and Golden Tate on Monday Night Raw. But again, $10 holla by Megan. But again, USFL, I feel like there's hype, within the first month. And then, it kind of dies off a little bit. But, I might do a little bit of that here and there, depending on the turnout. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little cactus jack, bang, bang. Appreciate you very, very much. Let me know what you want to do for photos once I get into a commercial break here. And I got you. 32-19 Nuggets. And I already knew this was going to be a very difficult. I mean, the Joker is literally unguardable. It doesn't matter if it's Giannis or Wemby. Again, he can match up with anybody in the NBA, and no one really has an answer for him. 3, in and out, no good. Tipped by the Joker. Get that rebound. There we go. Jabari Walker with the tip rebound. Layup. Come on, man. We can't just play one-on-one basketball here. War Raiders coming to the ring off the glass. No good, and a foul. Awesome. Good choice. Yes, I have, including the very first one, when I started the channel and I told everybody, that the Eagles were going to win and they were going to win big. And a lot of people laughed, and then they ended up winning by like 9 or 10, like I said. And, you guys have had a good run. You've won a couple, you lost one, but again, you got to lose before you win. And I know, obviously, with the slick Nick Foles, that was a special, Super Bowl with Carson Wentz, going down with the injury, but everything happens for a reason. The Jalen Hurts loss a couple years ago was very painful, but again, it gave you guys the motivation to get better and to keep grinding it out. And it shows that, Jalen is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Again, Mahomes and Josh Allen and Lamar and Burrow, a lot of the AFC quarterbacks get a lot of that love, which they should. But if there is a quarterback in the NFC that deserves to be mentioned in that same breath, it's definitely Jalen Hurts, regardless if they won the Super Bowl this year or not. Facts. Nice little jumper there by Shaden Sharp. 36-22 Nuggets. And we're about to get to the end of the quarter here, and we'll get some Jay-Z and some Jim Zorn and some throwback photos there for you, some Steve Largent as well. Joker, pass in the corner. God, his basketball IQ is so money. Backdoor cut. Layup is good. Come on, Blazers. 36-22 Nuggets. Anthony Simons. Get back. Alley-oop. Oh, God. Jesus. Pickett. Come on, Blazers. Finish strong. Got to find the right combination here, and we got no Jeremy Grant tonight, so we're definitely at a little bit of a disadvantage, but they don't have Michael Porter Jr., so they probably would have just canceled each other out if we're really being honest. Baseline. There we go, and one. Yeah, Barkley wasn't going to get the MVP because he didn't get in the end zone. So if you look at what Jalen did with, a couple touchdowns, and with one on the ground, you're going to give the award to the person that had the best game stat-wise. Now, if Saquon Barkley would have ran for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns or 3 touchdowns, then Saquon would have got it. But if you actually look at his stat line, he didn't get in the end zone in that Super Bowl. So, the only way you're going to be able to get MVP over a quarterback is, you have to have a spectacular game of a couple touchdowns or more. Joker. The air ball that you don't see that too often. Klingon, and he gets fouled. I mean, they could have given it to Cooper DeJean for the pick 6, obviously. But if you're looking at overall, like who had the best stat line, it was definitely Jalen Hurts. And he broke the record for, most rushing yards, obviously, with the quarterback there. Super Bowl, scored a touchdown, obviously, with the tush push early on. Even though he had that one bad pick. But again, it didn't result in a pick 6 like Mahomes' did. So And we can stop with the comparisons with Mahomes and Brady now. You know, Mahomes has more interceptions in 5 Super Bowls than Brady did in 10. So, I think we can stop that conversation now. Free throw is good. End of the first quarter, 38-27 Nuggets. And I said this last year, I think Mahomes is on the decline. Even if they had Tyreek back or Rashee Rice is there, it just doesn't seem like the same type of Patrick Mahomes that we saw early, in the dynasty run. It kind of feels like the best of what we saw of him is behind him. I still think that he can be productive, but again, nobody picks him in fantasy anymore. And, we have to see if that offensive line will get improved, but they definitely need better receivers, better running backs, and they also need a tight end replacement for Kelsey because he looked like he was 50 years old last night. He was terrible. But again, if you don't have an O-line or a D-line, you're going to get crushed, and that's exactly what happened. $38-27 Nuggets. Little buzzer beater there by the Blazers. I'll take that. Get some photos up here for Megan. Appreciate you. 38-27 Nuggets. Throwing up some photos for the donos that we get here on the channel. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. We got Monday Night Raw on Netflix on as well, and then we will be covering Luka's debut here in about 40-50 minutes once they go against the Jazz, and we'll go over coverage on that as well. Not really the first quarter that I wanted, but knowing that we're on the road against one of the best teams in the NBA, it's kind of what I figured. I was hoping that we could get close to 30. We did, but again, they're just putting up a little bit too much to my liking. Let me get you a couple Steve Largents here. Appreciate you. The throwback days. Yeah, well, we know that's not going to happen. They're more than likely he's not going to even be able to tie Brady if we're really being honest. So. Yeah, I mean, if they get a defense, then we should be able to see that. Oh, he is going to play now? Judah in the building. What's good? Good to see you, my guy. All right, coming up Monday Night Raw. We got a little commercial break. 45-32 Nuggets. Luka is going to be debuting here in a little bit. We'll be covering that as well. Is that Shedeur Sanders there courtside for the game? Aaron Gordon for 3. Golly. Come on, Blazers. Yeah, Simmons is trash. I mean, he's been trash for a long time. Shitty work ethic. Like I said, injury prone. Just not someone you would want to be a part of with your roster. Alley-oop, the Shaden Sharp is good. Let's go. We need plenty of that and some. Let's go, baby. We need that. Let's go. And no Jeremy Grant tonight for the Blazers, so obviously that's going to hurt us a little bit. Alley-oop by the Nuggets right back. Golly. That kind of gave me Nene vibes from back in the day. Remember Nene Hilario? And then he just went from Nene Hilario just to Nene. He just was going by one name, like he was Elvis or Cher. Shaden Sharp, pump fake. Banton off the glass, no good. Sharp, corner 3 is good. There we go. Shaden Sharp trying to keep us in this game, baby. Let's go, baby. 47-34 Nuggets. Yeah, I mean, again, athletic person, coming in from college, very lengthy, looked like a guy that could get a triple-double, 10, 10, and 10, or 15, 10, and 10, something like that, but never really lived up to the potential, and then just got injured a lot. So, you got to be able to want it, and especially if you are, a millionaire and you have an ego and you maybe care about partying and girls more than the game, then you could really get twisted up, in your career. And, we see a lot of these NBA players that, they got, 10 kids with 12 baby mamas and whatnot. You can definitely tell the ones that are focused and the ones that really aren't. And they're just, living based off pure talent alone. Nice little pass there to the blind side. Stay on him. Nice spin move. Off the glass is good. God, we're getting worked. Why the fuck is Banton in there against Braun? Jesus. Hit him with that spin cycle. 49-34 Nuggets. Sharp, corner three again. In and out, no good. And, of course, we have 0 people down there for the rebound. 4 Nuggets. Come on now. Klingon. Get that rebound. There we go. Klingon with the rebound. Hands it off to Shaedon Sharp. Fast break. Banton with the layup is good. There we go. And we got the War Raiders on Monday Night Raw on Netflix in a tag team match. We'll see what happens with that particular matchup. Jumper is good. Unbelievable. Aaron Gordon is super underrated. He's been a really good addition for Denver. As soon as he, got to the team, you've noticed an impact with him. Obviously, people knew that he was pretty good there, back in the day with Orlando, but a good home for him here in Denver as a role player. 3 in and out, no good. Rebound by the Nuggets. Deep 3. In and out, no good. Klingon with the rebound. Hands off to Shaedon Sharp. Let's go, baby. Sharp. Pick and roll with Klingon. Attack the rim. Attack the rim. And then they attack the rim, finally. And again, we haven't really been attacking the rim as much as we should in the last couple games. And again, a lot of NBA teams kind of get greedy, where they just want to shoot threes, even the centers, And again, I feel like the mid-range game is obsolete. Like, you don't even see guys doing jumpers anymore. The last time we saw that was like maybe in the Kobe era. But, I need to see more attacking the rim. I want to see more jump shots. I want to see some more skill, instead of just dunks and threes. Oh, nice sit-down powerbomb by the War Raiders. 2. Russell Westbrook there on the bench in street clothes. $50-38 Nuggets. I mean, we're hanging around. I mean, it's not as close as I want it, but again, you have to understand Denver is one of the best teams in the NBA right now. Even though we had that 9 wins out of 10 games and they dropped one after that. We're still 13th, out of 15 teams in the West, even with that hot streak that we had. We just needed to play better at the beginning of the year. And if we played like we did in that 10-game stretch, maybe we were sitting in 8th place right now. We would never be a top 4 team this year because we're like the second youngest team in the NBA. But at least that we're, playing with some heart and some hustle compared to the beginning of the year. DeAndre Jordan in a Nugget uniform is weird, and he's at the line. Zini Panini in the building. Congratulations to you and David and all the Eagles fans. No, you're good. I can get you a couple photos for your dono. I think you donoed, and then I was just about to end the stream, and then you donoed, and I don't know if you left, but then I stayed on for a couple minutes, and then I think you probably were celebrating and whatnot. But if there's any Eagle photos that you would like, based off your Super Bowl win for your dono there at the buzzer last night, I can get you. I got you. We're at 15:85 to go. And I got Monday Night Raw on. We got this Blazer game on. Luka's debut pretty soon here as well. Nice dump off to Klingon with the flush. There we go. 52-38. Klingon with the dunk. Let's go, baby. Kling Kong, baby. We just got to start playing some defense, but it's tough because these Nugget players are so athletic. Oh, my God. Alley-oop. It's like Aaron Gordon to DeAndre Jordan. Oh, my God. It's like a dunk fest. Holy cow.
We don't got enough big guys to match up to plays like that. Jesus. And I already knew this was going to be tough, and we have the day off tomorrow for the Blazers, and then they play the Nuggets again. So if we get killed tonight, there's a good chance we can get killed on Wednesday, but I'm hoping we can win at least one out of the 2 games. I mean, they are so, I don't even want to say cocky, but they are so confident in their abilities, they can throw alley-oops underhand. They don't have to lob it. They can just underhand and scoop it up, and then Gordon or DeAndre Jordan or the Joker can just flush it down. They have really good chemistry with this Nugget team. Klingon, there we go with the layup. Yeah, no worries. Denny. Shaden Sharp. Scoot is back in the game. Swings it. Banton. Denny Advia. Pick and roll with Scoot. Denny for 3 is good. There we go. Nice job, Denny. And I need a lot more Denny. He's one of the best all-around players on our team. And again, we need more of him. 52. It's actually 52-43, not 52-38. They just need to update. Yeah, we'll see. There's a possibility that could happen. We would assume that the Bills and the Lions, if they can improve their defense, and if you look at the Super Bowl logo, it kind of has those colors. So I'm not saying that we're going to get that Bills-Lions Super Bowl next year. Obviously, Eagles are going to be definitely one of the teams that people are going to be favoring to get there again. And if they get there, they'll have a very, very good chance to win. And it shows you, right? It's about defense. People want to talk about quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, and those are cool. The Jalen and the Saquons and Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert. But what won you guys the game was the O-line, the D-line, the defense, the coaching, and the play calling. And it was a magnificent thing to watch, let me tell you. But pretty cool. The great white hype, the only white corner in the NFL since Jason Sehorn, and you get a pick 6, and it was on your birthday, like Saquon as well. Pretty cool. It would have been a terrible birthday if they would have lost, right? I mean, imagine your birthday. You'll never forget that. Every birthday that comes up, you'll be like, oh, fuck, I lost the Super Bowl on my birthday. So... But great to have, Jalen, get a Super Bowl under his belt, and he might not be done. He might be able to get another 1 or 2 before his career is over. But again, best offseason out of any team that I've ever seen, in maybe NFL history. Getting Kellen Moore, getting Vic Fangio, drafting Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, right? Getting Zach Bond from the Saints. Every single thing that they did was incredible. And again, coaches, free agents, draft picks, everything hit. And getting the number 1 running back, Saquon Barkley, I don't think I've ever seen an offseason that successful, that every single piece was elite. Coaching also is incredible. And we just seen a couple years ago, where they had to fire coaches towards the end of the year. Remember when the Eagles started off 10-0, that they lost pretty much every game after that? A lot can change in a year or two, but again, you got to definitely shout out Howie Roseman in that front office, CM Punk coming to the ring. Yeah, we went 9 out of the last 10, so, we had something going. Yeah, exactly. David's getting greedy. You guys just got the fucking Lombardi, and now he's talking about winning again. Let's soak in the championship first, False. Just because there isn't other white corners out there, I mean, there's a lot of white wide receivers, Caucasian receivers that could flip the corner, and maybe they'll get some of these guys that want to be the next Cooper DeJean. So, again, he was one of the best corners in college football at Iowa, and, he got to the right team because, let's be honest, if Cooper DeJean goes to the Browns, we probably don't even talk about him. He might be decent, but he's not the same type of player. It's the coaching and the supporting cast that got him to the point where he's at with that particular team. Nice. Send me some photos at the parade. 52-38 Nuggets. Joker with the free throw. And it's 55-43. ESPN's workers must be taking a shit or whatever, because it seems like it happens, not every game, but every once in a while, it'll take them a while to update things. So nice hit by Scoot Henderson, and hopefully everything will refresh here on their end. Nice job, Scoot. 55-46 Denver. Rejected. Nice job by Banton on Aaron Gordon. Denny Advia with the fast break and a reach-in foul. What do you know? We're actually getting some fucking calls. Oh, yeah, I bet. I mean, even in my neighborhood, there's a few chief, flags that I saw when I walked Paisley. Usually I'm walking about 2 hours a day, 7 days a week. But there was one guy that had an Eagle flag in front of his garage forever, for the last couple years. And then he busted out the Fly Eagles Fly, the Philly flag, and then the throwback, Kelly Green flag as well. So he had all the flags out this morning and obviously yesterday as well. So I know that he's happy. Nuggets on the run after the miss. Joker. Hands off. Nice backdoor cut. Too many backdoor cuts for flush dunks like that. Come on now. Yeah, me and Justin, we already went to one game this year, and again, we try to go and get some pretty good seats. Foul. Offensive foul. Jesus Christ. Shaden Sharp on the ground. But, yeah, I'll try to probably go to at least one more game before the season ends. I usually go to about 2 or 3, Blazer games a year, so. Well, obviously the Eras Tour is no longer going, so obviously the reason why they showed her so much last year is because of the cross promotion to be able to make money and to, gain followers from her to the NFL and from the NFL to her. So, if she's not touring anymore, they don't really, need to be showing her, 24/7. And when they did show her, they booed her. So again, it's football. We don't necessarily, want to have something, shoved down our throats that's not football related and whatnot, but and again, she seems like she's a nice person. She gives back to all of the workers and, treats them well, giving them like, 10,000 to 100,000 bonuses. And, it seems like she's a good person. But again, it doesn't matter if you're a good person or a bad person. If you get too much of somebody, again, people will get annoyed. And I think that's pretty much what happened, on top of the whole referee thing and the whole Chiefs getting a special treatment. It was kind of just a whirlwind of, we don't want to see this anymore. Joker off the glass and good. No one has an answer for that. $61-51 Nuggets. Looks like they finally updated. Oh, really? Yeah, but she's not really a football fan. They could say, oh, grew up an Eagles fan. I don't know about that. sounds like she learned a lot of football from Trav and everything, when they started dating. But, it's not like she was, rocking the gear of the Eagles like forever. And then, of course, if, you have a boyfriend or girlfriend that, is on a team, you're going to support and whatnot. But I just think a majority of us are, we're happy that hopefully that will be hopefully over sooner than later. Not necessarily the relationship, but I just don't want to see that shit on TV. But there's different levels of fandom, like some people can say, oh, they're a fan, but there's different levels to fandom. .259 left in the second quarter, 61-51. Yeah. I mean, what do people expect her to wear Eagle gear, while she's dating Travis Kelce? That's not realistic. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just, one of those things, if you get too obsessed, with like political people, or with like, musicians or artists, it's not healthy. It's not, if you're like obsessed with like Trump, or if you're obsessed with the Kardashians, or you're obsessed with Taylor Swift, I feel like, it can get to a point where you can like somebody, but it almost gets to like, to a point where it's like cult-ish, and it kind of rubs people the wrong way, and whatnot. Like everyone's got their favorite things, favorite teams, favorite players, favorite actors, actresses, but I feel like there's definitely a fine line if you obsess, too much, over certain types of people that are in this world. And it can definitely get to like an unhealthy type of stage, not for everyone, but for some, where like it takes over your fucking life, Got to be able to have other things to look forward to than watching the Kardashians, 61-53 Denver. And again, we said some, not everybody. It's one thing if little girls are obsessed with her, and that's fine. That's the way it should be. We're talking about people that are older. There's a fine line there. 61-53 Nuggets. Joker for three and fouled. Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, she comes across as like a really good person. It's just that even if you're a good person or a criminal, if you get pushed down people's throats in something that isn't a concert of hers, people are going to get annoyed. It's just a little bit too much, because again, yes, there are some people that love her and love football, but let's be honest, there's a lot of people that love football, but they just don't want that in front of the screen. They and then again, there's like resentment, because again, they just pushed it down your throat too much, and you get to a point where enough is enough. I mean, it's football, it's not a concert. 61-53. Now 63-53 Nuggets. All right, Blazers finish strong here. Tumani Kamara on the Joker. Need to send help. And arid pass out of bounds by the Joker. Turned over. Let's go Blazers. I mean, yeah, there's definitely some obsessive, people out there. Scoot for three, in and out, and no good. Aaron Gordon, where's the travel call? Golly. Scoot. Anthony Simons for three, in and out, no good. Joker with the rebound. Get back on D. Denny is there. Floater is good. Logan Paul making his entrance to the ring. Nice floater is good. Simons, let's go, baby. Yeah, we are. I mean, obviously, our defense is not good. If we were at home, we'd probably be able to match up a little bit better. But again, they have a lot of big bodies. They're very good basketball IQ team, very unselfish, and they just have, kind of bigger frames. Hard for us to defend. Golly, big three. Jamal Murray, can't guard that. 68-55 Nuggets. Yeah, exactly. You have to understand what we're saying, Again, 68-55, now 70-55 Denver. Simons at the top of the key. Floater, in and out, no good, and out of bounds. That's the type of thing that me and Zini are talking about. If you're a young woman, a young girl, and you love her, that's completely fine. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But again, it's like the adults, that are kind of trying to keep track of every little detail when she's on the plane, every little. I mean, that's a little creepy, where it's like you're literally trying to kind of stalk someone's entire life, like a little creepy. Scoot for three, in and out, and no good. And we're at halftime, 70-55 Nuggets. Down by 15, could be a lot worse. And again, we're going to have Luka's debut, I believe, at 7:30. Let me see, is it at 7:30? Yeah, it's on at 7:30. So in 25 minutes, someone give me a holler so that way I can throw that game on as well. Blazers down by 15, not the best first half, but at least we're at 55. Yeah, I know, David. I mean, a lot of times when I'm watching the NBA, you get guys that are taking, 3, 4, 5 steps. Like, you don't really see the travel calls anymore either. We got CM Punk and Logan Paul here on Monday Night Raw in Nashville. And then we have Rey Mysterio making his way down to the ring. And then STL, Megan, Zini, anything that you guys want to be able to see photo-wise while we're waiting here at halftime, let me know. We'll get a couple more Eagle photos up for Zini for her dono yesterday, right at the end of the stream. And then I think STL probably had to dip and go to work and whatnot. So, Megan, if you want anything, let me know. And then we'll have a couple minutes, obviously, halftime here. And then we're going to see Luka in about 24 minutes as well. Definitely excited about the Daytona 500 this weekend. We'll be doing a lot of NASCAR this season. Baseball right around the corner. And that's usually when that tall tale sign is when the NFL and the Super Bowl is over. NASCAR is just, starting up, but then baseball right around the corner. Can't wait. if you could get a photo with an Eagle player, like any player, right? Who would you want to get a selfie with player-wise, Zini? Like if you were at the parade and then one of the players hopped off the float or the vehicle and you could get a selfie, who would you want to get a selfie with? Jalen? Or would it be someone else? I mean, there's a lot of good choices. I mean, lots of amazing players. Would it be Saquon? Would it be Jalen? Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I think Luka's going off tonight. I think he's going to go for 30, 40, 50 tonight. First game, he's not injury prone like Anthony Davis, where he ended up having an amazing game for 3 quarters and now is out for a few weeks. So they're giving away Luka t-shirts in the first game. I would be shocked if Luka doesn't hit 30, 40, 50 tonight. He's going to go off. You're not going to see Luka with 8 tonight. No way in hell. LeBron will cater to Luka in his first game for sure. Brandon Graham, that's a good choice. Or big play slang. Nice. Got you. And now the Eagles have joined the Buccaneers and the Ravens and a few other teams with 2 Super Bowls. And they may not be done. I got to get you your BG, and let me get your big play slay here as well. Now we got Rey Mysterio stomping a mud hole into Logan Paul, which is amazing. $70-55 Nuggets, down by 15. We already knew this was going to be a very difficult matchup, but hopefully we can cut the lead down to like 7 going into the fourth quarter to at least give us a shot to catch up, but we're definitely overmatched for sure. And then the Blazers have the day off tomorrow. Probably we'll do college hoops tomorrow. And then we play the Nuggets again, obviously on Wednesday. Beast mode. Yeah, I mean, he definitely earned, money to be able to stay on the team. And it shows you someone else's trash can be someone else's treasure. Again, if you have good scheme, good aura, good vibe, good culture. Saints don't have good culture. There's a lot of, coaches that coach there that didn't even want to take an interview this year because a lot of people think it's kind of a dumpster fire there. And, they still have some good players there, but it's going to take some time to be able to rebuild the culture, and it really hasn't been the same since Drew Brees obviously retired. It's like AK-41, Alvin Kamara is getting older. Cameron Jordan's getting older. Lattimore went to the Commandos. So it's not really the same team anymore. So, but Bond definitely played fantastic, and it shows you can go from a special teams to a bad team, and then you can end up being a Super Bowl champion the next year. So. Yeah, well, you already know that he's a kind of a goofy guy, and anytime that you give a microphone to Jameis, you never know what's going to come out of his mouth. He might say something serious, he might say something inspiring, he might say something funny and goofy. But again, yeah, that was all calculated. And again, like if it's me, down after Jameis is retired. If I was Barstool with Dave Portnoy and with John Gruden, I definitely would be signing Jameis Winston. And then again, you can do the whole crab legs thing, and there's many things that you could do, based off social media with Jameis and whatnot. And I definitely would be, targeting that type of guy, for that particular, group of organization. But we'll see what kind of Jameis opportunities that he'll have once he's done playing football. I imagine he'll have plenty. Nice. Yeah, traveling back up. Yeah. Yeah, but that's what happens when your team is good. When the team is good, there are going to be people that, move on. But again, it's like you guys can still win. Kellen Moore obviously did a good job, but, you guys can find plenty of talent, for defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator. Obviously you want to keep Fangio there as long as you can. Sirianni's job, just like Ryan Day might have been saved by making these, key additions. Like if Ryan Day didn't get Chip Kelly, they wouldn't have won the Natty this year, and people would be calling for Ryan Day's head. And obviously, if Sirianni didn't have all of these amazing pieces, and let's say that you guys ended up losing in the playoffs, at some point, there would be some, a little bit of chirping that maybe Sirianni needs to be replaced. But now, with all of the great moves by Howie and company, both guys, Ryan Day and Sirianni's jobs are safe for the foreseeable future. So sometimes you get that right assistant or right supporting cast right in the nick of time, right when people are questioning your abilities. And Chip Kelly obviously went to the Raiders, so he won't be able to bail out Ryan Day anymore. But they got the Natty. So once you win a Natty, you're kind of saved for quite some time. So. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Where are we at right now? We're at 12. We need 8 more to get to 20, and then we can hit the algorithm. So if you are in the room and haven't done it yet, please do. We're at 13 now. Thank you so much. 7 more to go, and then we're at 20. Yeah, but I feel like yesterday, some people didn't like the Kendrick Lamar performance, and some people liked it, some people didn't. Obviously, the game was a blowout, so if you're an Eagle fan like David and Zini, you loved it. But for a lot of us, it was kind of a boring, Super Bowl. I would think that's a fair thing to say. But one thing that I was very disappointed in, and I think a lot of y'all probably would say the same as well. What was up with the graphics with the scoreboard on the bottom? That was probably one of the laziest. Not attractive looking scoreboards ever. That might have been the worst scoreboard I've ever seen. Like if you're the NFL and you're doing the Super Bowl with Burkhardt and Brady, can't you come up with a team that can do better graphics at the bottom of the screen than what we actually saw last night? I've been watching tickers and I've been watching scoreboards, since 1985. And I'm telling you, that might have been the worst scoreboard that I've ever seen. Hell, even WWE and Elimination Chamber, when they had their little, ticker on the bottom with the little graphics of the players, and then they had the countdown in the Royal Rumble where, when they had guys that had got eliminated, how many are to go. Like that was one of the best, kind of graphics that I've seen. And that's WWE. They went above and beyond for Royal Rumble with their graphics on the bottom of the screen. But man, that scoreboard and the graphics that they did on the bottom of the screen was, the NFL fans deserve better. That was terrible. I don't know how many executives looked at that and said, yep, that's good. Like, how could you sign off for that? But, and I know for some people, it's minimal. It's not like a big deal. But again, when you're watching every single detail of the Super Bowl, you would hope that they would come up with something a little bit better. I don't know, what execs went in the room and they said, okay, this is our final product. What do you think? And they all look at it and say, yep, that's perfect. Like, a little weird. I hope the scoreboard is much better next year. It was terrible. They had paid Brady, no budget for the graphic. Well, shit, he was wearing like a watch that was almost $1 million watch. So, yeah, they got a lot of money for Brady, that's for sure. Jacob in the building, what's good? For real, though. Like I said, I've seen, college baseball, wrestling, and WWE. I've seen graphics better in many, many different stages. High school, like if they have a high school All-American game, like I just never thought that they would, be so lazy with the scoreboard. The presentation of the Super Bowl is important. And, again, now if it was something where they had like a Make-A-Wish kid, that has cancer or something, and then he did it, then I'm like, okay, cool. Then I understand that, okay, a kid came up with this design. He loves Legos and he wanted it to be transparent there at the bottom or whatever. Fine. Then I'm like, okay, I have no gripes about it whatsoever. But as far as I know, a bunch of adults made that, and they need to do better. We deserve better. We need to be able to have those cool graphics at the bottom. And also, I would love for them to have like the little player silhouettes that come up on the bottom of the screen like they did in WWE Royal Rumble. I think if they implemented that and kind of copied what WWE did during Royal Rumble, man, it would have been awesome. But, we'll see what happens next year. And hopefully that's not what Fox looks like for broadcast, obviously, moving forward. The game hasn't started yet. I'm going to turn it on here in about 10 minutes. So it's not on yet, but I'm about to turn it on. Yeah, they weren't the greatest either. I would agree with that as well. Yeah, they could have been better. The colors for the Super Bowl obviously are more kind of bluish. So obviously people think that it might end up being, Bills, Lions. But again, we'll see if those, defenses come to play, and you can't count out Philly and whatnot. But it'd be very interesting to see what happens moving forward. All right, baby, here we go. Second half. We got Rey Mysterio and Logan Paul still going at it. Someone give me a reminder in 10 minutes so I can flip that on. I think I'm going to just turn it on now and just have it on another screen here. 1 sec. That way I don't have to do it later. Okay, I got it up now. All right. Joker at the top of the key, pick and roll on DA, stolen by Denny. Let's go, baby. Denny with the fast break. Up and under, no good, no foul call. Of course there's no foul call. Jamal Murray on the fast break. Murray, DA, up and under, stolen by Denny again. Come on. And then they call Denny with the foul. Unbelievable. I don't remember that, Judah. I don't know. If we're looking at style of play, obviously Aikman's got the Super Bowl rings. Romo did not. But again, not the same type of comparison. You might be making that up, Judah. I don't think I remember saying that. Romo and Aikman. That might be. You might have made that one up. I don't think there's any world that I live in that I would go Romo over Aikman, my guy. Obviously Romo had the athleticism. Aikman had the better players around him. And if you would have put Romo on that team, maybe Romo's stats are better than Aikman's back in the day. But, two different eras. I don't think we can really go one or the other. If it's something like Joe Montana, Steve Young, then that's more of an even comparison. But we're talking about play as announcer. So you have to clarify announcer rather than player. I thought you were going like player comparison, because I would never go Romo over Aikman as a player. I was like, you got to be smoking, Judah. Yeah, you're talking about an announcer. Yeah, I definitely would go Romo over Aikman as an announcer. But for me, I'm a Gus Johnson guy. I'm a Joel Klatt guy. And I don't really think that there's very many people that are really good in the NFL. To me, Jim Nantz and Romo are the best duo. But again, if Gus Johnson and Joel Klatt were able to do NFL, they would be the best. I think they are the best overall. But I don't really like a lot of the other individuals. Like Greg Olsen is underrated. Brady is getting better. Some people like that Burkhardt combo, but Burkhardt and Olsen were good, and Brady came along and took his job and whatnot. But I don't really think that there's not really anyone that's like, oh my God, I have to listen to them. I don't get that feeling. Besides Gus, he's the only one that is like top tier. But I mean, I don't know. Aikman to me, like he's always like. Seems like he's stoned, like, you know what I mean? He's always red-eyed and stoned, and I don't know. I don't think he's that good, to be honest. I mean, again, you might enjoy him, obviously, but it kind of depends if you're an AFC or an NFC fan, and again, your preference. But, as a lot of us in the room are NFC fans, we don't really like the Aikman, Joe Buck thing. Joe Buck is a baseball announcer, not necessarily a football announcer. And again, I know some people don't like Romo, but Nantz and Romo are good together. Whether people hate on him or not, but Nantz is really the best one in the NFL, hands down. It's not Romo. Nantz is the one that carries the show. Romo is just the color guy that just fills in. So, and then Madden and Summerall back in the day is my favorite as well. So we're on the same page. Joker, nice pass there. DeBron with the flush, 74-67, Denver. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like a lot of the NFC announcers, if I'm being honest. I think Buck and Aikman are boring. Are they terrible? No, they're like a 7. A lot of the announcers in the NFL and college are 7s. But again, if you want a real 10, listen to Joel Klatt and Gus Johnson. That's a 10. Jim Nantz is a 10. And I would say I don't think Romo's a 10. I would put Romo at like maybe a 8. Because there's some things where he over-exaggerates and whatnot, but again, he does have good chemistry with Nantz, but Nantz is by far the best in this current NFL scheme. Yeah, but I could go the rest of my life not having to listen to Aikman or Joe Buck, do football games. They're not very good. I mean, they don't have there's just not very much talent, if you're really being honest about it. And again, you don't want someone that's fake, that's going to over-exaggerate, like Brady was doing early in his, broadcasting career, being loud when he didn't have to be loud. Nice sit-down powerbomb by Ray. 2. Come in, Mason. Free throw is good. 78-67 Nuggets. Alley-oop to DA. Backing down. In and out, no good. Get back. Logan Paul on the ground. Rey Mysterio going at him. Layup is good. Man, our defense is terrible here tonight, but they're tough, especially at home. Ooh, counter by Logan Paul. And then a Blazer full timeout. Got to play better D here. Logan Paul, 1, 2. Logan Paul defeats Rey Mysterio. Joker getting 6 more boards is pretty realistic, I think. I mean, we still got less than 9 minutes to go. He could probably get 3 in the third and 3, in the fourth. Hell, the Joker could get 3 rebounds by himself, just tipping it to himself. So, we'll see if that happens or not. But again, there hasn't really been too many like rebound opportunities for Denver. They're making everything. Paisley Pup is in here. Do you want to lay down, Paisley? And then Luka warming up right now. Lakers riding a 5-game win streak. Austin Reeves, Hachimura, LeBron, Jackson Hayes, and Luka Doncic. All right, Luka. Yeah, let's see if I can get her up here. You want to come up here? All right, Monday Night Raw is over. Oh, DeAndre Ayton getting assisted back to the locker room. He can't even put any weight on his leg. Great. Oh, God. Now my phone is going to start blowing up. Non-contact injury. That might not be good. That could be season ending for DA. And if that's the case, we're fucked. I mean, that's more opportunities for Klingon now, but golly, that's not good. Lay down, honey. There you go. All right, I got to make a little bed area here for Paisley. Good girl. There you go. Good girl. All right, now she's laying down on the little comforter blanket there. 78-71 Nuggets. There's a non-contact injury, too, and it looks bad, like, because he couldn't even put any weight on it, and he had 2 guys, one on each shoulder, and he was kind of writhing in pain. And, again, when you have a non-contact injury, if it ends up being like ACL, MCL, PCL, but typically non-contact is like Achilles or something of that nature, something pops, that could be devastating for us. And, again, there'll be a report here probably later tonight or in the morning. But Ayton has actually been very good for us. And, Klingon will be able to step up, but he's not the same offensive player as DA. Ayton gives you the points and the rebounds, sometimes 20 and 20, and Klingon is more of a guy that can get you, maybe 10 points, 10 boards, and a couple assists. He's not really a guy that's going to get you 20 or 30 points, but he'll have an opportunity to step up now, possibly for the rest of the season, especially if Ayton is out for the year, and it kind of looks like it. Luka getting his way in the tunnel with LeBron. Jazz Lakers up next. Joker, fast break. Aaron Gordon swings it out. 3 in and out, no good. And that should be Blazer ball. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Luka warming up. Paisley Pup. All right, they're challenging this play that obviously went off Denver, but LeBron 42, 17, and 6. Or no, 42, 17, and 8 against the Warriors. LeBron still doing it. Oh, 32, 6, and 7. Nice. 80-71 with DeAndre Ayton maybe out for the year with a non-contact injury. I hope it's not that bad. Hopefully it's only like a couple weeks, but based on what I saw, it didn't look too good there. Hopefully it's not that bad. We're at 15, 85 to go. See how close we are to our likes there. Where are we at on the likes? A couple more to get to 20. Ooh, Joker bobblehead. We're at 14, 6 more to go to get to 20. Now 5 more to go. We're at 15, 5 more to go to hit the goal. Wow, they said it off Portland after the review. You got to be shitting me. Let me see. Klingon. Anyone else touch it? Denver gets the challenge. That one looks like it did go off Klingon. 81-71 Nuggets. Come on, Blazers. We got to cut into this lead. We got to try to get it down to 7 points at the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe we'll have a shot. Joker backing down, reach in foul by Anthony Simons. No worries. Appreciate you. Have a good rest of your day. Free throw is good by the Joker. Klingon at the top of the key. Pass down to Denny Advia. Take it, Denny. Denny backing down. Get that layup. A little bit too hard off the glass. No good. Get back, Denny. Fast break for Denver. 2-on-2. Caught his own air ball. Should have been a travel. Aaron Gordon. Corner 3. It's good. Golly. 87-73 Nuggets. Come on, Blazers. Sharp, pick and roll to Klingon. Jaden for a jumper, front rim, in and out, no good. Offensive board by Sharp. Gets it down to Klingon. Get big on Joker. Come on, Donovan. Pick and roll with Denny. Back to Klingon. Go up big. Off the glass is good. There we go. Nice job, Donovan. Kling Kong, baby. 87-76. Denver. Down low, layup is good. Jamal Murray. Can't stop that. Come on, Blazers. Play some defense. And then a whistle on the call. Tumani. Here we go, baby. Keep it going, Kamara. We need you. 87-78. And Tumani Kamara, offensive foul on the Joker. Hell yeah. Here we go. A little bit of a run here. We're only down by 9, and I said we need to be down by 7 or less going into the fourth. Obviously, still a lot of time left, but if we can get it down to 7 or less, we're going to have a shot. Anthony Simons, Shaden Sharp off the dribble, jumper is good. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Shay. Let's go. Sharp, 11 points, 5 from 9 from the field. Off the glass, no good. Wow, they just call every fucking foul on the Blazers here. Ridiculous. Braun going to the line. Yeah, I mean, much better than us getting blown out by 20 or 30. So, I mean, we definitely have turned the corner, in our win streak that we had, even though we lost last game. But again, we've been playing some good basketball as of late, just trying to keep it close. And again, Denver could be a team that makes the Western Conference Finals against the Thunder. Blazers aren't going to make the playoffs this year, and again, our chances of winning games might have taken a big hit with that DeAndre Ayton non-contact injury. I hope it's not an Achilles pop, because again, it looks like it's season ending, but I hope it's not. Free throw is good by Braun. So tomorrow will be Tennessee and Kentucky, both ranked, or I might do Kansas. They're going against Colorado, and it's not ranked, but, that's the only thing really we got going on. Not a lot of NBA. Blazers aren't playing. Not any really good teams are playing. No NHL tomorrow. So Sharp with the offensive board. Banton, Sharp for 3. In and out, no good. I mean, we got to be able to move the basketball around and not have Shaden Sharp shoot every fucking shot. Get the ball. Dive on the floor. Jesus. Wide open. Joker with the layup is good. Damn. 91-78. Yeah, I mean, there is a possibility, I guess, that we could take tomorrow off. I guess it really just depends on how Paisley feels and how I feel tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, we got the Blazers and Nuggets again at the same time at 6 p.m. as today. So Denny Advia with a charge. Oh, man. Come on, Blazers. Come on, Denny. Jamal Murray's feet were moving, but he gets the call. 93-78 Denver. They're starting to pull away. Come on, Blazers. Pick and roll. Murray. And kicked ball by Anthony Simons. Paisley Pup. Laying on the snuggly blankets. Looking cute as can be. Waiting for Dad to finish up so we can go on a long, long walk. Oh, fuck, we're getting blown out now with no DA in the lineup. Yeah, March Madness right around the corner. I'm more excited about NASCAR, but, March Madness will be fun. Wow, Jamal Murray, 360 layup, and he made it. Holy fuck, are you kidding me? Wow, that'll be on SportsCenter tonight. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, Murray's great. Joker is unguardable. Aaron Gordon is money. I love his role on the team. And then they got DeAndre Jordan there. I mean, it's like, even though some of the guys are a little bit older, like DeAndre Jordan, on a team like the Nuggets, he can thrive. He doesn't have to really be, a top player. He can just go in and just, wait for someone to get the ball to him, or he can just try to get a rebound dunk and, just be that defender that he is. But Aaron Gordon has really been that piece that they needed for like that third best player. He's even better than Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter is pretty good, but I think Aaron Gordon gives you more game in and game out with the Joker and Murray. Pass down to Klingon, deflected out of bounds. And just like that, we were, down by 10. Then you look up at the scoreboard, fucking A, now we're down by almost 20. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. And like I said, since DeAndre Ayton got hurt, we're not going to be able to keep up, because Klingon is a rookie. He's too inexperienced, and he can't really give you a lot on offense. And his defense at times is a little raw. Joker, pass down low. God, his passing ability is money. Big block there by Banton. Klingon. Oh, my God. Joker. Joker is ridiculous. This guy can get fouled and just throw up the ball from literally anywhere. He makes everything, falling away out of bounds. And he has that kind of Larry Bird type of, shot where it's really high above his head. And it's just unreal. Whether he's wide open, got 2 or 3 guys in his face, when he gets fouled, he still makes everything. He's ridiculous. 35, 13 for 17, 7 for 7 from the line, 6 rebounds, and he's had a lot of and ones. Man, he is something else. Holy fuck, 104-82, not what I want to see. He has been money. I mean, Joker might put up 50 tonight. We don't got anybody to guard him. Layup, in and out, no good. Klingon with the offensive board is good. There we go. Yeah, Larry's one of my all-time faves too. Joker, corner 3 is good. Golly. Jalen Pickett for 3 from the Joker. 104-82 Nuggets. This one's getting out of hand. Come on, Blazers. Simons. Banton. Pick and roll with Klingon. Corner 3. Kamara. In and out, no good. Get back on D. Jesus Christ. 4-on-1. It's like we're giving up already. Klingon with the block attempt, a little too late. And then we need a timeout. Man, they're starting to give up already. Fuck. 103-82 Denver. This is giving me nightmares of what the season was like at the beginning of the year. I'm going to go grab my water here real quick. Nuggets are cooking. I mean, we got the lead down to about 10, and then DeAndre Ayton had a non-contact injury. Might be an ACL, MCL, PCL tear, or an Achilles tear. He couldn't put any weight on it, and he was defending the Joker the best that he could. But, I mean, who can really guard the guy? Nobody. And now, all of a sudden, the lead has blown up to 21, now 20, in just a matter of seconds. 103-83 Nuggets. Yeah, I saw that this morning. Yeah, all 3. And that's probably why we had all those releases early on, a couple days ago, so they can make more room for guys like Rusev and Ricky Starks and Malachi Black to come back. Klingon off the glass. Offensive board. And fouled. Come on, Klingon. Klingon's got 14 points, 6 for 6 from the field, 2 from 2 from the line, now 3 for 3. I mean, he'll definitely get a lot more playing time, but not having DA is going to be a killer for us. Second free throw for Klingon, bounces in and good. 107-87 Denver. I was hoping to get the lead cut down from 15 to 7 going into the fourth, but now down by 20. It's not looking pretty. Joker, pump fake on Klingon, shoots it, and God, he's good. I mean, they are some amazing players in the NBA, but I mean, how do you stop the Joker? And the answer is you don't. Corner three is good. Finally, the Blazers make a bucket. Fuck. Big dunk on the other end. Oh my God, a poster. Holy cow. Dunked on Walker. Shaden Sharp. Banton. Floater, in and out, no good. We got nobody down low to try to get rebounds besides Klingon. He's too slow. Baseline, Sharp. And one. Golly, defense is terrible tonight. Luka 0 for 1, doesn't have any points just yet, but I assume that he'll have plenty of opportunities. I mean, the Joker is unguardable. I mean, even a guy like Giannis, based on frame, you would think would be able to, but nice alley-oop dunk to Donovan Klingon. There we go, baby. But there's certain individuals, that have really good basketball IQ, a good arm length, good leg length, and again, for a guy that looks like that he can't shoot at all, one of the best shooters in the league. And as far as a guy that can play 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and it's not like you're going to see him play a lot of 1 or 2, but you do see the Joker bring up the basketball, and again, if you're a foreign-born player, a European player, a lot of these guys that look like forwards and centers can distribute the basketball as if they were a point guard or a shooting guard. Very, very good. Gives you that kind of like those Larry Bird vibes. Deep three is good. 112-92. Nuggets. End of the third quarter, and we're down by 20. Unbelievable. Yeah, NBA games go super fast, even faster than the NHL. So it's, kind of nice. It's a very quick 2 hours and 30 minutes, and I have to grind. So, I got, bills to pay, and I got to grind it out and show the, the skill set, by doing a lot of different things. And again, once we get into baseball season, it'll be Mariners pretty much every day with a little WWE, sprinkled in, and NASCAR on the weekends and whatnot. But, again, we're in that mode right now where we're in February and March, where we're just going to have to try to do as much filler content until we can get to something more regular, like the Mariners, once we get into the regular season for baseball. So. Luka for a 3, 1 for 2 so far. I assume he'll have a good night tonight. I mean, Jazz aren't really that good, so Lakers at home. But again, there is only one basketball, right? So obviously Austin Reeves put up a big 45-point game with no Luka and LeBron, and they got a lot of guys that can score, but one thing that they don't have a lot of is defense. But again, when you got guys like Luka and LeBron and Reeves, I mean, you should be able to put up a pretty good, I'm going to try to outscore you mentality like the Lions. But, once you get into the playoffs, you get exposed. Again, it's like you can be good in the regular season until you end up playing that team that's really good at D, like the Thunder or the Cavaliers, and then you figure out that I might have been able to skate by during the regular season, but once you play those teams that got good defense in the playoffs, things change. I got both games on right now. Lakers and Jazz. Nuggets and Blazers, just trying to, do the best that we can with the players that we have available. And I'm not looking forward to waking up at 6, 7 in the morning and seeing that DeAndre Ayton is out for the year with some kind of Achilles tear, but I imagine that's what I'm going to see. Timeout Lakers. And obviously the fans love Luka. 16-10 Lakers. Yeah, Michael. That's like I said, we don't really have that many quarters where we put up almost 40. Like I like to shoot for 30, but again, we're like the second youngest team in the NBA, but yeah, 37 for Portland in the third, 42 though by Denver. Our defense has been terrible. But again, with Ayton being out, I imagine that we might end up going on a little bit of a losing streak, but again, we've had, tough opponents lately. And then the next game that the Blazers play is on Wednesday here in Denver again. So we could get our ass kicked, obviously twice. And then we're going to go into the All-Star break. And then hopefully we'll be able to get back to, our winning ways when we ended up, going 9 for 10, in wins and having kind of a nice, 2-week stretch. But, with no Ayton in the lineup possibly for the rest of the year based on that MRI or, look at his body, that could be detrimental to us. Because, again, the only way that we're going to be able to go on another nice run between now and the end of the season is we need Ayton. You got Shedeur Sanders in the front row wearing his bling. All right, Blazers, let's finish strong. I know we are going to lose this, but, we're down by 20. Hopefully we can, lose by 8 to 10. But that might not be realistic. We might end up losing by 30 here. No Jeremy Grant. DA got hurt. Banton, floater, no good. And the players that we have in right now are all backups. Like Chauncey Billups pretty much just said fuck it and gave up. Like why the hell do we have backups in with 11:41 left in the fourth? Unless you're just trying to give them a couple minutes and then the starters play pretty much the rest. But we'll see what Chauncey does here. Banton, free throw is good. Yeah, and I was thinking about Sarah doing Monday Night Raw, but again, the last couple that we did, we weren't really getting the numbers that I wanted, so that's why we had to pivot to this. I'll still watch Monday Night Raw, and I did, and it still was on when we started this. Raw started at 5, this game started at 6, but until the numbers improve for Monday Night Raw, we may or may not do too many more of them. Probably we'll do more WWE, main event Saturday nights, depending on if the card is good. That got better results, than some of the Raws, so. And again, I'm still going to watch, but, until we get our wrestling fan base up, we might have to take a step back on that. But we tried, Yeah, Michael Porter Jr. and Jeremy Grant were both, washed, obviously, for the lineup here today. So they would have canceled each other out based off production. But now it's getting a little chippy here. Jamal Murray and Banton and a few others are looking to fight. Like, why is Jamal Murray talking shit? Like, you guys are up by fucking 21 points. Like, why are you trying to talk shit? Like, you guys are easily beating us. What's the point? Luka. Alley-oop to LeBron and turned over. And there goes Jamal Murray, ejected. Like, what's the purpose of that, though? You're awesome. You're a great player, very likable. You know, what's the point? Like, they're just taunting the Blazers and talking shit. Like, what's the point of that? It's not like we're the Thunder and you're beating up on the best team in the NBA and talking shit at home. It's like, dude, you're talking shit to the Blazers. We're 13th out of 15 teams in the West. We're one of the bottom 5 teams in the NBA. We had a good 2.5 week stretch where we won 9 out of 10. But what's the point of that? Ridiculous. Come on, Jamal. I expect more from you. I know he can shit talk at times, just like any NBA player, but that was a little weird. 3 is good by the Blazers. There we go. Banton, after getting that shit talking fest from Jamal Murray and getting ejected, he says, bang, it's a 3 in return. 115-95. I mean, Sima, 115-97. They haven't updated. 20-11, Lakers up on the Jazz. Luka, no defense, as usual. God, his defense is terrible. He is a liability on that side of the ball. I don't know if he'll ever be a good defender. I highly doubt it. Seems, that'll be just a offensive juggernaut, but again, defensively, I wouldn't be expecting anything. Luka passes it off for a corner 3, in and out, no good. But he definitely will make the Lakers more exciting, as far as being a name. Offensive board, Luka is good and he scores. And you can definitely tell the fans in LA love it. I mean, they already got Shohei Ohtani and Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, and then now you got LeBron and Luka. They're spoiled over there in LA. But it's not like LeBron and Luka are bringing a championship home to LA. Wish Duke was playing tomorrow. There's no Duke tomorrow. I mean, Auburn's playing Vanderbilt, Florida, Mississippi State. The Tennessee-Kentucky game will be good. That's at 4. And then again, Kansas is playing Colorado. I don't know. We might take tomorrow off. I mean, there doesn't really look like anything really too enticing. I just, unless I decide to go for an NBA matchup, but let me see. What would be Raptors, Sixers? It's not like you're going to get Embiid. Knicks, Pacers could be interesting. That one maybe. Pistons, Bulls, Grizzlies, Suns. I mean, I guess if Kevin Durant and John Morant are playing, I mean, maybe we could do that. And obviously, Bradley Beal is still out. Maybe Memphis and Phoenix tomorrow. I do like watching Jalen Brunson on the Knicks. He's fun to watch, but yeah. So maybe we'll take the day off, and if we don't take the day off, maybe I'll do Grizzlies Suns. That should be a pretty good matchup on TNT. So we'll see how I feel. PK re-signed with the Dodgers. Nice. What was the deal? 1 year? 22-15 Lakers and 115-97 Nuggets. We're just trying to get on a little bit of a run here. If we can somehow get it to 7 points with like 4 minutes to go, we have 11 minutes to go in the quarter. There is a small chance that we can make a run. But if we're really being honest, there's no way we're winning this one. Our defense is nowhere near where it needs to be able to beat a team like Denver on the road. But we can dream, Denny. We need to be a better defense and rebounding team, and we don't really have that toughness. And again, we got a lot of the backups in here right now. I don't know what the fuck Chauncey's doing. Banton kicks it out to Scoot, and over Scoot's head and over in the back. Fucking A, dude. Jesus Christ. Yeah, nothing really great matchup-wise tomorrow. I mean, there's some decent college, hoops, but nobody really gives a shit about college hoops until we get into March Madness. Let's be real. I mean, unless you're like a super fan of one of the college basketball teams, men's or women's. But I mean, if we're talking about like YouTube, not a lot of, support, just like the NHL. Not a lot of support. Big three there in the corner, 118.97, now 120.97. Come on, Blazers. Banton at the top of the key. Long range three, in and out, no good. And the Blazers got half of the team in right now as backups besides Scoot and Denny. Stay on him. Denny. Floater. Gosh, Denver is making everything. Doesn't matter if it's a starter, a role player or a backup. Scoot and fouled. Yeah, I imagine it was just 1 year and the terms won't be released until later. And now Scoot is injured. Jesus Christ. Can we stop with the injuries, please? Now Scoot's got a sprained ankle or something. Golly. This is not good. Yeah, playing the Nuggets has been terrible today. Ayton might be out for the year. Now Scoot has an ankle injury. Oh, man. $122-97. Yeah, especially now if Scoot's out of the game as well. Yeah, this is wrap it up. Bregman. Yeah, for Bregman not signing his money. So it really, that's what it comes down to. I imagine he would rather come back to Houston if they want him, but I imagine Houston probably gave a discounted price. He didn't like it, so he's trying to see if he can get, better money somewhere else. Backdoor cut and a big throwdown dunk by the Nuggets. Jesus. 27-5 record when scoring 120 plus points. 27-5, and we'll make that 28-5. Nuggets role players are money. They're so good. Like, it doesn't matter if it's the guy that's, sixth man, ninth guy coming off the bench. DeAndre Jordan with a great pass to Braun, super underrated player as well. Christian Brown. Banton with the free throw is no good. Yeah, any big name that hasn't signed yet, it's because of money. Again, they usually get lowballed by their, the team that they're on, and then they're looking to see if they can get more. And if they can't, or if it's just barely more, then they may go back to the original team if they still want the player. But that might not be the case for every big name that's still floating out there. The original team may have already moved on and gotten a replacement for a guy like that. So we'll see, where he ends up. $126-100. Floater is good. Oh, my God. Brown is just killing the Blazers. I don't know about darkest moment in Nuggets history, but I know one of the best moments, when they ended up being the 8 seed and they beat the Sonics, the 1 seed, Dikembe Mutombo, 2 hands on the ball, mouth open, screaming. I remember watching that as a kid. The old school team with LaFonso Ellis and Rodney Rogers, old school. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, Chris Jackson. Floater. Denver is making everything. Holy fuck. I mean, the only thing I can really think of dark is what Columbine, right, with the shooting and whatnot that happened back in the day. Oh, we were getting close to maybe getting it to about 10, but then, Ayton went down with an injury, then it went up to 20, and now Scoot has an injury. And now things are going to get to a point where we're probably going to lose by 30 now. Klingon, open for 3. Bang, there we go. Pickett. Jumper is good. Bryson Daly. That's a throwback. All right, we got about less than 7 minutes to go. Game is over, just like the Super Bowl, right, where you knew it was over by the third quarter. Same thing here. You already knew this one was over in the third, but again, we'll see if the Blazers put up any kind of fight. Chiefs kind of gave up half of their players on offense and defense, but I mean, they did end up getting to 22. You know, could have been a 0 or a 3 or a 6 or a 9, like against the Bucks. So 131-103 Nuggets. Kenyon Martin. Kmart. Klingin, alley-oop. Deflected, in and out, and no good. Nuggets with the steal. Shit. Deep three is good. I mean, literally every single player has been on fire for Denver. Bench players included. Julian Strother filling in for Michael Porter Jr., and you're getting the same type of production. Jesus. Anthony Simons, top of the three key, in and out, no good. DeAndre Jordan with the board. Even an aging DeAndre Jordan can still hoop as a role player out there. Now it's just a dribble fest by Pickett. Now they're just playing around. He's like going in a circle, just dribbling and wasting clock and turning around and then getting a layup. I mean, this is like a street ball bullshit that's going on now. Now they're just playing with us. 3 in the corner is good, thank God. 135-106 Nuggets. All the Blazers homies like, this sucks. Fuck. That's a cool photo. Christian Brown, fadeaway, is good. Right at the shot clock. My God. They are unconscious for sure. 38 points in the first quarter for Denver. 32 in the second. 42 in the third, right? And then 23 so far in the fourth. I mean, can we make it stop? Gosh. That man in the building, what's good? How are you? This one's a blowout, just like the Super Bowl. Simons, free throw, rolls in and good. But we got the NBA All-Star Weekend. We got the NASCAR Daytona 500. Super excited. We'll be doing coverage on both events. And based on the All-Star game, it looks like I can do Daytona, and then I can also do the NBA All-Star game on Sunday, and that's probably what we're going to do. So, and then obviously with the dunk contest, 3-point, contest, skills competition, like I said, it's one of those things where it seems like it's getting worse and worse every year, but I still end up watching it. Sad to say, but it is what it is, right? But hopefully at least the NBA All-Star game will be fun. I'm decent, man. How are you? Just hoping that the Blazers would, I knew that we were going to lose here today, but I was just hoping that Denver wouldn't be, fuego, just fire from everybody. Like the Joker isn't even playing in the fourth quarter, and all the backups are just killing us. But again, we're not a very good defensive team, and we're getting exposed. Just like the Chiefs, they couldn't really play defense yesterday either. Denny, unselfish pass, layup, in and out, no good. Even when we try to be unselfish, it doesn't work. Corner 3, in and out. Wow, that might be the first miss I've seen Denver have in fucking ages. And then another shitty pass. They're stolen by Denver. There's a good pass. Layup is good. Man, they're playing with us right now. Oh, Daly was killed by the brother. Yeah. Well, again, if it's been, back into like the 80s or 90s, or early 2000s, it's a long time ago. Sometimes, it's like yesterday. We remember those things from our childhood or, a junior high school time or college. And, oh my, 137-108 Denver. I got to turn on the Laker game so I can at least watch Luka. Maybe that'll make me a little bit happier. I mean, I'm not a Laker fan, but I am a fan of greatness. But again, Luka not being a good defender, obviously is, I like players that are two-way players. I like guys that play offense and defense. And if you're only a one-way player, you better be a one-way defender, because if it's just all offense, I'm probably not going to be that much of a fan. Like, I still enjoy watching Luka be Luka, but, not like I'm going to buy his jersey ever, And I appreciate, the skill set from a lot of the foreign-born players, especially the, Slovenian and the European players. They're amazing. They can do a lot of things, but, I would just love to be able to see Luka turn into a defender. I mean, his legacy would change altogether. Instead of just being called a one-way player, if he ends up being like, one of the, all NBA first-team defense, at one point in his career, even second team, or third team, just like something that shows that, hey, I care about defense. It could change his legacy forever. Now they're throwing the Kendrick Lamar on the Blazers here. Yep, and Chase is going to be on my thumbs every stream, so I might mix in a few others, but again, definitely excited to be able to try to come up with another design as good as my first one. And again, I feel like I've really honed in on my skill set, on thumbs and whatnot, and this was a real fun one, obviously to come up with and whatnot, and we'll see what we end up getting, obviously, for the Daytona 500. I have a couple ideas on kind of the route that I want to go, but yeah, I'm hoping that Chase can win another race and go 2 for 2 to start off the season. And hopefully he can win like 4 or 5 this season or more and have a dominant year. I would love that. We already know Kyle Larson, it seems like, that's the guy that was almost trying to take the torch from Chase. He won the championship in 2020, but Larson has been more consistent as of late. Byron had a great year last year. Bowman is always going to be fourth out of the drivers, but the Chase, after the winter, activity accident with skiing and snowboarding, that year was fucked. Then he came last year and he was, consistent, top 5, top 10s. He had some of the most out of any driver, but just not enough wins in the winner circle. 1 or 2 ain't going to cut it, and hopefully we can get him a little bit higher. And he's already got 1, doesn't count for points, but the Bowman Gray win was awesome. Much better than being in the Coliseum. I like that Bowman Gray race a lot better. And it's always great seeing Chase in the winner circle. Love him. That's my guy. Yes. Yeah, I got a Jeff Gordon auto, back from around that rookie time, with the mullet through Trax racing cards and packs. And then, again, not a lot of people collect NASCAR cards. You have to be a real diehard and whatnot. But I don't have too many, throwback Jeff Gordon items, but I do have the autograph. That's my most expensive item. And it's not too crazy, about 100, 150 bucks. Off the glass and good. 37-26, Lakers up on Utah for Luka's debut. Blazers just getting killed out here. 139-110. Yeah, and it was cool. DuPont, he made it famous. Just like Home Depot with, Tony Stewart in the 20 and, Jimmy Johnson in the 48, with Lowe's and, Dale Jr. with the Budweiser. And a lot of us, if you are a fan of a driver, yeah, if the person means something to you, yeah, you might end up, supporting that driver. I'll tell you what, there was a lot of goddamn Budweisers I drank for Dale Jr. back in the day. I'll tell you that. Might have not been like my favorite beer, but I wanted to support, 142, 112, down by fucking 30. Joker isn't even playing in the fourth quarter. Why does he need to? He doesn't. 3 in and out, no good. And it's all backups now for both teams. Last 3 minutes here. Banton, layup. And even when we have chances to make like easy layups, fuck, we can't even make those. Brutal. But we will be doing the Daytona 500. It'll be on at 11:30 Pacific, and then we'll do the NBA All-Star Game also. So it'll be a long day on Sunday, but I'm looking forward to it. And I'll be watching the trucks and the Xfinity Series as well. Like when I tell people that I love NASCAR and wrestling, baseball just as much as football, I mean it. I really do. And I don't like, the All-Star, thing where they're divvying it up to like 3 different teams. Like the NBA is just getting worse and worse and worse. They think they're being creative. You need to go back to like rookie, sophomore game, traditional skills competition, dunk, 3-point contest with the best players if you can get them. But most people don't want to do it if they're playing in the All-Star game, and play some goddamn defense. Like I would rather see a 102-100, All-Star game rather than, 198 to 177, and it's just a bunch of alley-oops and no D except the fourth quarter, and even in the fourth quarter they don't even play. So, but again, we'll see what we end up getting. And I don't need to see like the best defensive performance of all time, but it would be nice if they actually try to play it like a normal game. Like we don't need to see an alley-oop every play and no defense every play, because we already see that in the goddamn regular season, Like show me some defensive effort. The fans will appreciate a big block or a big steal if it's legit, like good defense. Hustle, diving out of bounds and saving the ball, and it leads to a dunk. That's cool, Instead of just everyone standing around and then someone doing like a windmill 360 with no one even trying. Like, the fans deserve better. I mean, you can still do some of those plays and then play D, and then everyone can be happy, right? Because there's so much talent out there that even with great defense, the plays will still happen. You just got to be able to pass the ball and rotate. 146, 115, Nuggets. You ate M&Ms for Kyle Busch? Bro, I bet a bunch of people did. That's my favorite Kyle Busch, the M&M. I don't know. The new sponsorship is just not the same. Sometimes that name brand of that, candy or drink, and associated with that driver, it's something special, man. Something that you'll remember forever. Dale Earnhardt in the Good Ranch 3, man. Never forget that, baby. All right. This one is almost over, thank God. They got players sitting there underneath the hoop deciding if they want to dunk or just stand there. 146, 117. And the big story is DeAndre Ayton might be out for the year, which is terrible for us. He was playing really, really well. I mean, he had a 25-20 game, 25 points, 20 rebound game just a few games ago. Not many players at center can do that anymore, or even a power forward for that matter. And then Scoot looked like he had an ankle, but it doesn't look as serious as Ayton. He might be out for the year. And we're already one of the worst teams in the NBA. We just got on a real good hot streak, winning 9 out of the last 10 up to a couple games ago. But hopefully it gets better. But this is what it is. And then check socials tomorrow if I end up doing an NBA game, Grizzlies and Suns, or maybe college hoops for the men's basketball. And if not, we're going to be doing Blazers Nuggets again on Wednesday, probably same score. And then we'll get into Thursday. We'll do some NHL for the tournament that they're going to be doing. So we got a game, Canada-Sweden in the Four Nations face-off on Wednesday. Thursday, I will be streaming USA and Finland. Go USA. I don't know if we'll be able to beat them, but we'll see. And then as we get into Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it might be some NBA All-Star activities or NASCAR. So definitely looking forward to that. Final score, 146-117, Nuggets. Yeah. And again, some people would rather go for Kurt than Kyle. But again, Kyle has that anger, but also has the skill set. So, it's kind of an equivalent to maybe like a Tony Stewart type of driver where there might be a little edgy and, it gives you something other than maybe some of the other drivers at the time, but kind of similar based off like personality, a little edgy for some people, and I get that. So, well, Is Crosby playing? Is he playing for what's going on with him? Is he playing? What's the news? He will play. Yeah, we figured that he more than likely would. So Crosby playing obviously on Wednesday, and we'll see if Canada will end up winning in that particular bracket as well. Well, I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. Again, thank you to all the people that liked, sub, donated, commented, shared. Wish it was a little bit closer, but that's what happens when you go to a team that actually could win the championship. Nuggets 146, Blazers 117. Appreciate all y'all. And I got one question for you. Who you know talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Okay.